guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are not discussing anything like makeup whatsoever. I am just going to be sharing the positive pointers that I found throughout the lockdown season. And yes, we are still on lockdown level 4, but if you go out in the streets it doesn't really look like lockdown. So I'll just be sharing my lockdown experience thus far. For me personally, there were 3 things that really stood out for me. Number 1 is my relationship with my husband. Yes, we are happily married, but as time goes along, work is involved, there's stresses of life every day, and you never get the opportunity to actually come together and sit down more than an hour. You both at work, you come back, it's kids, it's eating, it's getting ready for the next day, so many things that if you actually had to sit down together, it was past midnight. But through this lockdown season, we spent so much time together, and it really brought us closer together as a couple, I would say. I'm speaking for myself, I'm not too sure what you would say, but from my side, it took off such a load off my shoulders in terms of so many disagreements or arguments went away from just being under lockdown, because we weren't fighting for attention, you weren't fighting for please look at me for 5 minutes, but instead it felt like we were dating again. And for me personally, I really enjoyed that, just spending so much time together as well as with the kids. Things just felt so easy, so comfortable. There were days that lockdown got quite hectic because the kids are screaming or crying and don't understand why they can't visit family members. But being together with my husband and facing through those challenges, coming up with ideas how to keep them busy and basic activities, it was so much fun. I found so much light out of it. I'm actually scared to go back to our normal routine because I enjoyed this period so much, just getting to be together, getting to know each other once again, speaking about goals and dreams yet again, spending time with the kids so much more than what we usually would, coming up with activities, creativity, to see certain interest in our kids was also so shocking. Things that we don't really always get the opportunity to see. We see that Scarlett is quite artistic. She loves painting all day, every day, and the things she paints is not your normal everyday things. It's so abstract, but you can still see what it is. The fact that she can build puzzles within like 15 minutes. She is at the point where she just looks at puzzle pieces, and I'm not sure how her brain works, but she just literally puts it down wherever it's supposed to go. It is actually quite shocking. Then with Isaiah, to actually hear his speech come along so well, he's speaking really nicely, he's playing really well, his imagination is beyond what we can imagine. He turns any single thing into a toy and really acts out anything he's thinking, which for me I find is really cool because it's just weird. He takes a camera stand and it is an action figure. It's just so cute. But yeah, that would be my first thing, my relationship with my husband and getting to know my family a bit more. Secondly, when it comes to career-wise, it's been really stressful. I am a full-time makeup artist and I make my money off having clients basically, and obviously in this time all my gigs were cancelled. So as a makeup artist, you get paid according to when you actually do the service. So with no service, there is no money coming in, and it allowed me really to open up my eyes, as in how can I make my brand grow, what can I do in order to have a steady income with what I love doing, which is makeup. And certain things like that, I jotted down so many dreams and so many goals I have set forward when it comes to my makeup industry, my makeup talents, all those kind of things, which does not just limit me from face to face. So with this lockdown, I have come to gain so much knowledge through research and so much more. I don't want to share what my plans are, but I have plans. That's all I can say. I have plans, and I am so happy about that. You know, we go through life so many times not sure what are we doing tomorrow, but in situations like this, I found a plan what will secure me in my future, and I'm so excited about that. Can't wait to share the news with you, and that will be in due time. And then thirdly, another thing that stood out for me is emotions, big time. Guys, in the first 3 weeks of lockdown, I lost it so many times emotionally. I couldn't keep my feelings to myself. It was just something that was way too emotional for me. Not in terms of I am stuck in a house, but more so to get into a routine with the kids, to get into routine with me still recording videos, to me creating content, certain things like that. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. My mind was like, yes, no clients, I'm at home the whole day, I can create as much content as possible. And in those 3 weeks, I did not create not one piece of content. I was just so emotional. I didn't know how to get the kids to sleep on time. I didn't know when is bath time. I didn't know when they're eating. I didn't know what time we're waking up. We found days that I woke up at 11 o'clock because we only went to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning with the kids. And emotionally it drained me so much to a point that I didn't know how to control my feelings. And I started just lashing out, not at anybody specifically, but just going off. I can't take this anymore. I can't believe this is the life. I can't this, I can't that. You know, all the negative things that always played on your mind. And now this is the time that everything just goes poof. That's the best way I can explain it. Nothing happened in that moment about that topic, but because of all the pressure, you just lose it. And things that happened 10 years ago, you're like, I knew that is why A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's just what happened with me those first 3 weeks. I wouldn't say I was depressed, I would say that I was under pressure. My skin started breaking out so badly. The amount of hair that fell out, I can't even tell you. Ashley got to a point where he's like, there's hair everywhere. He's finding hair in his food, he's finding hair on his pillows, he's finding hair everywhere. There was just hair. And it was really stressful because now I'm stressing, my hair is falling out, which adds more pressure. My monthly is coming every second day now because every time I stress, I start bleeding. And it was just something I didn't know how to deal with. And basically Ashley sat me down and said, you need to keep strong. You need to think, how can you make things better? And ABC, basically just the way a husband would encourage you. He encouraged me so much. And I actually sat down because there was a point with Mrs. South Africa that I was like, I am giving up. How can I lead any woman if I can't even get myself to calm down? And it took me some time to think, who am I? Why do I want to do certain things? Why do I want to stand up for women? You know, you just start rethinking, what is my purpose? And that is basically what I did, and that is what calmed me down. I sat down and I thought, okay, this is what I want to achieve. I wrote it down on a piece of paper and I said, this is who I am. I said this is who I want to be. I said this is how I'm going to get there. I said this is how I will uplift. And with that, I encouraged myself to calm down, be better. Let's handle things better. Let's do things better. And I must say, it really helped me get to a point where I am now in control of my feelings. Things got so much better around the house. I'm not getting angry every 5 seconds. I am just at ease, at peace. The faith is there. I'm believing that things will come to pass in the best way, that goals will come to pass, that my purpose will come to pass. And I am just really thankful and grateful for the support system that I have around me, which is my family and more so my husband, to just be here, speak to me nicely and tell me, babe, don't give up, there is more to this. That is really why I wanted to create this video, just to have a chit chat about, don't forget about your purpose and your dreams. Take it one step at a time, and the more you remind yourself what your goal is, the more you can, for a lack of a better word, stable who you are at this present time. I really hope that I could encourage somebody to not always look at the negative side of things, but look at the positive side as well. Look at this lockdown and think, what did you learn out of it? Yes, even though you feel like you didn't learn anything, there is something. Just think about it. Even if it is something that was extremely negative, take something out of it and say, how can I make myself better that I do not react in certain ways? How can I make it better that I can be a better person to make the lives of others around me better? Take it back to you. Many a times it's not you. It can be people around you. But what are you doing to help out the situation? So yeah, let's live life in a light way. Let's encourage each other. Let's be there for one another. And yeah, just take time to relax. Take time to think back about what your purpose is and move forward towards that. Don't allow any negativity to stop you from getting to your ultimate goal. Just keep pushing, believing, and have faith that it is possible. Many times we feel like it's not possible, it is too far-fetched. How am I going to ever get to that point? But if you give up, nobody's going to be there to move you from point A to point B. You have to be that person. We get encouragement from people around us, but we are the ones that have to make the actual movement. So hope you're encouraged, hope you feel better if you are feeling down. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me for this video on my little rant. Stay blessed, lots of love, and please do subscribe to my channel. Please like this video, comment how has your lockdown been? What did you learn out of this lockdown? I would love to hear what you learned out of this lockdown. And yeah, stay blessed.